Solvang is an awesome little town on California's central coast that's often known as the Danish capital of America. If you live in the LA area, I think Solvang is one of the coolest places to visit during Christmas. It's only about a 3-hour drive, plus you get all of this lights and people and bakeries, and it just does not feel like you're in California. Every year in December, they celebrate Julefest, which includes a parade, decorated shops, a light show, and even a Christmas tree burning to commemorate the end of the festival season. I thought it'd be fun to take my family up there to experience it this year, and here's how we spent 24 hours in Solvang. Let me know what your favorite spot is in the comments. From Los Angeles, it's only about a 2.5-hour drive along the beautiful coast to get to the town of Solvang. Basically, as soon as we got off the freeway, we arrived at our first stop. Made it to our first stop in Solvang, feeding the ostriches. I've been coming to Ostrich Land for about a decade, and I cannot tell you how many times I've been here. Feeding ostriches is one of those things that never gets less fun. It does cost to get in, and then you pay for how many different food bowls you want. Be sure to turn your camera or phone to slow motion when you feed them. We lost all the ostriches. Where did they go?
No. Oh my gosh.
Emu!
Oh, here comes one. They also have some emus you can feed, and those are some creepy looking animals. Wow, are they hungry? So apparently, the ostriches don't like the rain, and they've been fed a lot since it's New Year's Day. Don't come on a busy day if you want them to really be eating for you. We're more excited about walking up and down the stairs than feeding the ostriches.
How many stairs did you count?
1, 2, 3, 5.
Does Mama look like an ostrich? All right, Jack's got ostrich wings. Good job, buddy. All right, good job.
Good job.
After feeding the ostriches and walking up and down the stairs multiple times, we headed into the town of Solvang and checked into our hotel. Oh, hi Santa. This isn't sponsored or anything, but this is a nice room with a downstairs and a loft up there. Plus there's stairs, which is everybody's favorite thing. But now we're heading into downtown to get something to eat. We got a good deal on the hotel because we traveled after New Year's, so technically after the holiday season was over. I'm sure a room with a loft like this is probably a lot more expensive the rest of the year and during the weekends. To get to the downtown area of Solvang, it was about a half-mile walk from the hotel, but we had had a long day of travel, so we just drove in, which was only a couple of minutes. Our first stop brought us to the Copenhagen Sausage Garden, which is one of my favorite places to eat in Solvang. This restaurant has about 15 different sausages that you can choose from, plus many different sauces that you can dip in and lots of outdoor seating. I didn't really get to show you much from that sausage place, but it was awesome, and now we are over here waiting for the light show to begin. Hey look, it's Hans Christian Andersen right here. Are you guys so excited to see Hans Christian Andersen?
Yeah.
Solvang Park is basically the center of the downtown area, and it had a lot of different Christmas decorations when we were there. The highlight though was the Christmas light show that happened all month long during Julefest. Every hour on the hour it ran for about 10 minutes, and it had many different songs that were played, and the tree lights were all choreographed to the music. I can't play any of it here because I'd get a copyright strike for the music, but it was a lot of fun and the kids had a great time just watching the trees dancing around. Hans Christian Andersen is turned away from the light show. He's not very excited about it. The kids didn't make it the whole 10 minutes. They're going to get a Danish treat before we go to bed, but that was pretty fun. And we are back at the hotel. We got our snack. Did you guys like the light show or no?
Yeah.
Yeah? What was your favorite color?
Red.
Red and purple. Got the kids asleep, but I'm down in downtown Solvang again to get some fudge, check out the windmill, and then to go walk around the city and take a couple pictures. This is my favorite time to be in the city. In 2022, Julefest ran from the end of November all the way to the first week of January. I've come here many times over the years during Christmas, and one of the best things that you can do is just to walk the streets and see all of the beautiful displays they have in the shop windows and all the Christmas trees they have around. Basically any night during December, you'll see many people walking up and down the streets and just enjoying the beautiful city. Plus the Little Mermaid statue looks really nice with the Christmas trees around it as well. The one main problem though is that most things close pretty early, and you'll only find a few places that are open past 7. Usually those are a few of the restaurants or the wine bars, and every once in a while one of the bakeries will stay open later. For me, the only thing that was open was the fudge shop, so I grabbed some fudge and kept walking around and just looking in all of the windows at the closed shops. Don't forget to go over and see the windmill, which is basically the centerpiece of the city before you end your night. Alright, pretty much everything is closed here by 8 p.m. and it's starting to rain, so I'm heading back to the hotel, and that is the end. Day 1, more in Solvang tomorrow. Starting our morning in Solvang by walking to one of our favorite breakfast spots and looking at purple flowers. One of the best things about our hotel was that it was really close to Paula's Pancake House. Plus, since the kids get up really early, we didn't have to fight the crowds that are almost always waiting for a spot at this restaurant. Believe me when I say that it can be a really long wait, especially on the weekends. We had a relatively successful breakfast with only one of the creamers exploding on Amy, and if you want a recommendation, definitely get the Danish pancakes. Is it the biggest pancake you've ever seen? Wow! From breakfast, we had to stop and watch the garbage truck loading its garbage before we could drive on to our next stop. Sunnyfields Park is a great place if you're traveling with younger children, as it's only about 5 minutes outside of the town and it's one of the coolest playgrounds I've ever seen. It's basically a massive wooden castle with an area for older kids to play and for younger kids to play. This is a pretty amazing playground for little children. Look at this castle you could explore. After leaving the park, we headed over to Old Mission Santa Ynez, which is a Spanish California mission in Solvang. It was the 19th of the 21 California missions, and it was founded in 1804. Inside of the mission, there's a small museum and a chapel that you can explore. It was cool to see how it had been decorated for Christmas. Outside of the mission is a beautiful garden that you can stroll through and a cemetery that you can see. My children loved going through the garden and especially seeing the fountain. In case you're wondering if our trips are ever perfect, we've had multiple breakdowns today already, so it's not the ideal day in Solvang, but we're making the most of it. In case you're here at the end of their Christmas celebration, they actually put all of the Christmas trees in a pile right here and they burn them, and you can come watch right outside of the mission. It is a beautiful day out here too. Look at those clouds on the hillside. From the mission, we went back into downtown Solvang to explore a little bit more before ending the video. First stop was Mortenson's, which is our favorite bakery in the city.
You want that one?
Olson's Bakery is also great as well. It's the point for which one they want.
Ready, set, go!
If you're looking for a recommendation, this is always our favorite, this Danish waffle one. After visiting the bakery, it's a great spot to start walking around the downtown area. We had a bunch of treats at Mortenson's and now we're having bacon left over from breakfast while we're looking at the Little Mermaid statue. The Little Mermaid statue is a half-size replica of the one that can be found in Denmark. It was installed here in 1976 and it's right across from the Hans Christian Andersen Museum. Hans Christian Andersen was a famous Danish author that created over 156 fairy tales. A few of the most well known are The Little Mermaid, The Emperor's New Clothes, The Ugly Duckling, and The Princess and the Pea. The museum is tiny, but it's free and worth checking out. This is the park where the light show was last night, right in the center of town. To me, Solvang is like the perfect place for 24 hours. Of course, you could spend more time shopping here and eating and doing other things, but I think 24 hours is a good way to see the city, take in all the sights, and to not feel like you're getting bored. Don't forget to check out the giant wooden shoe in front of the shoe store before you leave. That's it for this video. We'll see you on the next one, and let us know what city you want our family to explore next.